Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Good Evening KU. My name is Annie Bogart.
And I'm Cami Check.
I know. How are you doing, Cami?
You know, I'm doing okay.
Okay, let's explain this little okay. What's on your mind?
So honestly, not a huge fan of the weather. I don't like the wind, and it is crazy windy out there right now.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Not my favorite, to be honest.
I will say, though, it is really nice outside.
Yes, I absolutely
so the wind
agree.
Isn't the best, but the nicer weather is great. However, not going to stay for very long. Aaron with weather is going to talk about that a little more later, but we are expecting some colder temperatures on Thursday.
Again.
Yeah, really inconsistent weather the past 3 weeks.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we're going to see a little consistency, but it's really hard to be upset about the weather. We had such a good sports weekend, and Cami in my awesome KU shirt right now. You want to tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, exactly. So we had two big games on Saturday. Kansas men's basketball played Oklahoma, and it was an exuberant atmosphere. It was so fun to be there. Like, it was just awesome that they pulled out the win, too.
Oh, definitely.
And then later that evening, the women's team played Kansas State, had another nice win.
Good old Sunflower Showdown.
Absolutely. So it's always good for our teams to win and to be a part of that.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, having a KU win is making watching the Super Bowl as a brokenhearted Chiefs fan a little bit easier.
Just a little.
Wasn't really the best one. However, I only tuned in for that Super Bowl halftime show, so let's get into that. Let's hear your opinions first.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is probably a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I loved the people who were performing. They're all very talented people, won lots of musical awards, but I felt like with such a star-studded lineup that there could have been more.
Okay, is there like a top Super Bowl halftime performance that you're comparing it to, like one that's just your holy grail, nothing will ever surpass that?
Right. I gotta say, last year, The Weeknd, I did really like his performance. I thought he had a lot of great special effects, and he was just fun to watch as a performer, and his music is just so good.
I do agree with that. However, I will attest to the Super Bowl halftime show of the Super Bowl this weekend. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought they catered to so many different audiences, and it was like, holy cow, that got my adrenaline pumping. I mean, Mary Blige doing a little death drop on top of the stage was incredible.
Did see that, though. Awesome.
And then it was really good energy going into Monday, which was Valentine's Day.
Right. Did you do anything fun?
I had a nice little chill evening. Got a pizza, watched the KU game. Super fun.
That's awesome.
Anything special. Yeah, what about you?
No better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than going to the KU basketball game.
Very true.
So there's actually me and my friend Emma. We were like, you know what, let's just make a sign, like it'll be fun. So it said, the only Valentines we need, with pictures of the starters, and we're like, maybe we'll like get on the Jumbotron or something. And then actually, kind of funny, but we ended up making it on Kansas Chicks, KU Hoops, and there's us on live TV.
Yeah.
My mom texted me after seeing that, and she's like, dang, I can't believe I'm not on that sign. I was like, sorry, Mom, love you, but KU basketball remains supreme.
I mean, it's pretty good Valentine's to have. I will say there were a lot of great signs last night. I mean, my favorite was the apple of my Ochai. You know the apple of my Ochai?
I did see that one.
Because he really is the apple of my Ochai. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, so that's all that we have for you guys today. Stay tuned. We have 2 interviews and guest speakers. Steve Rottinghaus is going to join us to talk a little more about the career fair. And then Rhonda Gillespie is going to be talking about One Day, One KU. But yeah, my name is Annie Bogart.
And I'm Cami. Thank you.
You may not hear it at first, but it's there. Our chant, rising. On this summit, callings converge, voices unify into a chorus that sounds out for good, for greatness. Can you hear it?
Hi, my name is Ellie Mueller, and today I'm here with Steve Rottinghaus to talk about the career fair. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, the career fair, we're 2 weeks away. It's actually Thursday, March 3rd. It's going to be outside the studio space, and we'll have close to 20 companies right now committed to it, from Kansas City, Topeka, Wichita, Lawrence, and they're going to be talking about careers, internships, how to connect with their company.
That's awesome. So who's the expected audience? Who should be there?
It's open to all students, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. If you're looking for an internship, jobs, that's a great place to find out about them. And even if you're just an underclassman just trying to explore what's out there, try to make some connections, find out what your interests are, because a lot of these companies are just promoting their company, the openings they have, and it's a great experience just to find out what they are looking for.
Totally. Is there anything that students should be bringing, or like what should they wear?
I mean, I know I'm not the most stylish guy, but if I was going to career fair as a student, I would dress up something like this. I always think business casual at the very least. Nice slacks, nice shoes, professional looking top, and have your resume. You're not going to be able to meet every company. It's just the time doesn't allow it. It's a 5-hour event, but you don't want to be there for all 5 hours. But if you connect with like 4 or 5, have like about 10 resumes ready to hand out. That's what companies want to look at, because nothing makes me more excited than to see a company leave with like a folder full of resumes, and they want to make those connections.
Totally. Where is the career fair?
Yeah, it's 10 to 3. It's just here at Stauffer Flint Hall. We had it for the first time here last fall, and it went really well. The employers love the space. They love having students just kind of walking out of class, get to know about the company. And so yeah, it's in the main area. If we have overflow, it'll be at the Clarkson Gallery, and we'll also have a professional photographer here. He's going to be taking LinkedIn photos, so if you need a headshot for your LinkedIn profile, your portfolio, your website, he'll do great work. He'll have the nice lighting, and he does a great job.
All right, that's great to hear. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I mean, we always post the list on our website, the Monday memo. Do some research on those companies. Be familiar about what they do so you can have that conversation with them. But yeah, it's not meant to be a high-stress situation. I've heard students say it's make or break. That's not the case. Again, these companies just want to get to know you and find out about your career interests.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve, for joining us today. Next up is going to be Lauren with Rhonda Gillespie to discuss One Day, One KU.
Welcome back. My name is Lauren Stallings, and I'm here with Rhonda Gillespie to discuss One Day, One KU. Rhonda, thanks for coming in.
Yes, thanks so much.
So I'm a senior at KU, and I know I've definitely heard of One Day, One KU, but could you talk a little bit about what exactly people can expect on Thursday for the event?
Sure. So this is year 5 of One Day, One KU. It's our 24-hour giving day, and it's really where Jayhawks around the world come together and support the university that they love. It really kind of goes back to a significant day in our history, February 20th, 1863, when one vote in the Kansas legislature made all the difference in where University of Kansas was established. So,
wow, that is cool.
Yeah.
So how exactly can students get involved on this day? Is it mostly like tailored towards alumni for giving? Can students give? And what exactly is going to be on campus?
Yeah, so it actually supports all 5 campuses, and we have over 45 schools and units that are participating. We have very generous donors who have put forth matches and challenges for the day. Right now we have 133 matches, equating to $890,000 already. So it's an opportunity for anyone. Actually don't have to be a KU alum. Donors, alums, friends, students, anyone we invite to come and go to the website. It's just ku.edu/onedayonekU and take a look at all of the opportunities. There really is something that everyone can get passionate about, and it's a really neat day where even some small initiatives that the general public might not really be aware of, those can be highlighted and supported. And like I said, all 5 campuses are involved, and it's a really exciting day. But students specifically, we're bringing back the block party this year. We didn't get to have that last year, so we're super excited. Games, prizes, free food, and that will be at the Kansas Union from 6 to 9 p.m. I know it might be a little bit snowy, possibly, but this will be a great place to come and spend the evening, and so we really want the students to come out. And did I mention there'll be free food?
Yeah,
so.
Free food is always a plus, I would have to say. So you kind of mentioned matching. That's like how the donations kind of work. Mm-hmm. Is there a way to like tailor your donations to a specific school journalism or something like that?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, there are more than 45 units participating, And at the bottom of the page on our website are just buttons with every single unit, and you just click on that, and then again those matches and challenges will be over to the side, and that's where you can go and support one of those specifically. Takes you to a donation page, and you can even, if what you're wanting to support is not there, then you can write that in specific to the School of Journalism if there's a special thing you want to support, and we encourage everyone to take a look at the matches, because that's really how your dollars go further.
Wow, that's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the day or anything like that?
It's a lot of fun. This is year 5, so we have a lot of neat things planned, and we're really excited about the student block party, and it's an opportunity for us to really show students, the power of philanthropy and the collective power of Jayhawks on this day, and coming from all around the world. So it's exciting to watch it, and we've already in just 4 days, 4 24-hour days, raised almost $7 million. So we're ready to build on that for this year.
That's awesome. I'm going to be sure to check that out on Thursday. Thank you, Rhonda, for joining us today and sharing about One Day, One KU. We'll be back shortly with Catherine and Gia with the news.
Diversity. What is diversity? It can be an umbrella term for a variety of things, ranging from diversity among different people, places, cultures, and ideas, to the way people express themselves and the way they interact with the world. In today's world, people interact with one another and share their thoughts through social media. Let's take Twitter, for example. How are people of different backgrounds, ethnicities, and sexual orientations with different political beliefs, interests, and job titles using this platform differently? Currently, celebrities are interacting with their fans on Twitter by speaking their minds, sharing their beliefs, and supporting social issues. Professional sports figures and organizations in the United States are using Twitter to support social causes and bring attention to current social matters, such as encouraging their fans to vote. Users are voicing their opinions about current issues surrounding racial inequalities, social injustice, and police brutality in the United States. There's diversity in the way people are discussing the upcoming presidential election, especially regarding their opinions of each candidate. Different news outlets are not only highlighting stories in the US, but are talking about important stories from around the world. But many Twitter users don't post about controversial matters or social issues at all. Rather, they use their platform to create memes and post funny content for entertainment. While many topics going around this app involve social issues and political opinions, Twitter creates a space where people can pull together collections of diverse thoughts, comments, opinions, goals, and even a little humor too. So how can we use this platform to express our differences? More importantly, how can we use it to learn from each other's differences today?
Welcome back to another Good Evening KU. I'm Gia.
And I'm Catherine. The Douglas County Board of Commissioners extended the indoor mask mandate until March 2nd in their meeting on Wednesday. The average positivity rate in Douglas County on Wednesday was 12.3% and is now down to 9.2%, according to the Douglas County COVID-19 response.
BYU has been in a months-long investigation for mistreating their LGBTQ students by not allowing same-sex relationships. A group of students brought this issue to the Education Department and nothing has been resolved yet.
Canadian citizens and truckers are protesting the vaccine mandate for truckers. They have used their trucks to block several major highways in Canada from the U.S. to stop shipments.
KU is creating a new Institute for International and Global Engagement. Provost Barbara Bicklemeier said the Institute will have many areas of study in language, culture, and geographical location while promoting the study abroad programs.
Jalen Wilson had a rough start to the season, but was just named Big 12 Player of the Week on Monday. On Monday night, in a 76-62 win over Oklahoma State, Wilson finished with 11 points and 7 rebounds in 25 minutes.
That's all for the news. Stay tuned for a sports update from Dylan and Mason.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
We are back with this week's sports report. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Mason. Tramila Valiavea, a Russian figure skater, tested positive for a banned drug. Treatment to the design is a heart medication that is suspected to enhance endurance. Valieva has tested positive for the drug weeks before the Beijing Games. It was decided that she will be allowed to compete in the Beijing Games, but officials said all medals will be withheld until the case is settled.
The LA Rams took home the Lombardi Trophy on Sunday against the Bengals. Final score of 23-20. The officiating crew came under a lot of fire due to some highly missed calls, especially on the offsides on Aaron Donald on the Bengals' last 4th and 1.
The Bengals could not contain Cooper Kupp or Odell Beckham Jr. in this game. Even with the Odell leaving with an injury in the first half, he was still racked up 52 yards and a touchdown. Kupp had a very quiet first half, but the Super Bowl MVP took control in the second half, racking up 92 yards and 2 touchdowns.
This game was very back and forth, with teams trading points for the majority of the game. The first half ended 13-10, but the Rams defense completely dominated in the second half. The Rams defensive line sacked Burrow for a record 7 times throughout the Super Bowl.
Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp were favorites to win the MVP, but Cooper Kupp had one of the greatest postseason runs in history, with 33 catches for 478 yards and 6 touchdowns.
And Sean McVay became the youngest head coach to win a Super Bowl. This Rams roster may see some big hits this offseason, with Aaron Donald thinking about retirement, and Von Miller, Odell Beckham Jr., Darius Williams, and Sony Michel all going into free agency this offseason.
Former Kansas basketball player Bill Lenhart died on February 8th at the age of 92. He was a forward on the 1952 men's basketball national championship team. He was also on the 1952 Olympic basketball team, which won a gold medal. Following his career, he joined the Air Force and is a member of the Kansas Basketball Hall of Fame.
The KU's women's basketball guard, Harry Kersgeter, won her 1,000 points against K-State on Saturday. The Jayhawks won their final score of 63-51. Women's basketball has now won 5 straight games and will host West Virginia at Allen Fieldhouse tonight at 7.
Last night, the KU men's basketball team defeated Oklahoma State 76-62. Akchai Agbaji led the team in scoring with 20 points, and the game broke up when KU went on a 20-5 run in the second half that extended the lead to 26. The team wore uniforms starred the 100th anniversary of the 1922 Helms National Championship team. KU is now 21-4, 10-2 conference play, and keeps their Big 12 lead. KU travels to face West Virginia on Saturday, February 19th.
That's all for this week's sports update. We'll be back with Olivia and Grace with the current pop culture news.
Hey there, new car owner. You might be ready to hit the road, Speed Racer, but there's a few things you should know before getting behind the wheel. Don't worry, Jimmy. Let's start with D for direction. Every driver needs to know his directions when hitting the road. Without them, you may end up in some godforsaken country you never knew existed. O is for observations. When you finally get behind the wheel, you best know who and what are around you. So it's probably a good idea to finally clean that windshield, Jimmy. Lastly, we come to G, gratitude. It's a privilege to own a car in these trying times. So letting your neighbor in on the highway is just one example of how not to be a total ass when you jump on the turnpike. All right, Jimmy, you now know what it takes to be a competent driver. Good luck, you lovable scamp.
Welcome back to another entertainment segment of Good Evening KU. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Grace. Bob Saget, the dad from Full House, was found dead in his hotel room at the age of 65 on January 9th. On Thursday, a Florida medical examiner determined in the autopsy that Saget died from head trauma and no foul play was suspected.
Anderson Cooper has announced that his second child, Sebastian Luke Masani Cooper, was born. Anderson Cooper and his ex-partner Benjamin Masani will be co-parenting with their newborn Sebastian and their 22-month-old Wyatt.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar performed Sunday night at the Super Bowl halftime. This was the first time they have all performed together. Many are raving that it was the best halftime performance to this day, with their high-energy show.
Jerry Harris from the Netflix series Cheer pleaded guilty to 2 accounts of receiving child pornography and partaking in interstate travel for the purpose of engaging in sexual acts with a minor. Harris was arrested in September 2020, and since the FBI hasn't been involved in the case.
Rapper Kodak Black was shot on Saturday night after Justin Bieber's concert at a party in West Hollywood, California. Kodak jumped into the fight and was shot in the leg, but he's expected to be okay. 10 shots were fired and 4 people were injured. No arrests have been made yet.
Kanye West and Julia Fox have officially ended their short romance. Kanye took to Instagram showing off the quite literal truckload of roses he delivered his ex-wife Kim Kardashian on Valentine's Day. Kim has yet to comment, but has continued to be seen with comedian Pete Davidson. West has since called out other musicians for their alliance with Davidson and requests their loyalty in order to be a part of his upcoming album, Donda 2.
Oscar nominations have been released. Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes are set to host the award show. The show is returning to full capacity.
They will not be requiring vaccines, just a negative COVID test. The Oscars will be airing on Sunday, March 27th on ABC.
That's all we have this week for your entertainment update. We will be back shortly with this week's weather with Aaron.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Hello and welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Erin Borchers here with a weather update. As I'm sure you all know today, the winds are strong and they are going to continue to be strong. We are under a wind advisory still till I believe Wednesday evening. And then as Wednesday evening comes upon us and into Thursday, we have chances for a wintry snow mix, and I will get more into those details in just a second. So looking outside right now, we're sitting at about 70 degrees. It's partly cloudy. The winds are gusty. We are having sustained winds between 20 and 30 miles per hour out of the south and gusts up to 45 miles per hour at the moment. And into tonight, the winds are going to stay just about as strong. We're going to drop down to about 20 miles per hour with the winds, and we're going to shift to have them come out of the southwest. And then also tonight and into Wednesday, clouds are going to start rolling in, which brings us to our storm system that is going to start affecting us Wednesday afternoon and evening. The rain chances increase tomorrow night, so Wednesday night, and the winds are going to stay pretty strong. They're going to stay around 17 miles per hour. It's still going to be windy, and the rain is going to slowly overnight. If I go to my next slide, it's going to potentially become snow. Right now, the snow forecast is really tricky. There is many factors at play. If we shift a bit further north with the system, we might not get as much snow. If we shift further south with the system, we might not get any snow really. Right now, what the latest models are saying is that we have a decent chance for at least 2 inches of snow Thursday morning. So what I think that's going to look like most likely for us is Wednesday night's going to start out rain. It's going to get colder with the cold front moving through, and overnight into Thursday morning, we are going to see some of that snow, some of that sleet, some of that wintry mix. I don't know how much we're actually going to accumulate because today's weather is so warm. The ground is also going to be warm. So we might not have much snow accumulation on the ground, but there is a good chance for at least 2 inches on Thursday. And looking for the rest of the week, I know we have that wintry mix to look forward to. I'm crossing my fingers for snow personally, but after that system moves through, we are going to have pretty sunny skies, and we're going to warm back up to around the 50s. And that is all I have for our weather update this week. Thank you so much for watching Good Evening KU, and we will see you back here next Tuesday.